Thank you both for joining us today. Could you guys please introduce yourselves and the company as well?
Yes, so I'm Khan. I'm a CEO of Inflow, and we have Raghav with us, who is our co-founder and CTO. So for me, I had like 10 years working in marketing and communications industry. I work with big brands like Unilever, Pepsi in Vietnam, helping them for go-to-markets within Vietnam. So I have very good experience in terms of like how to set up the go-to-market strategy and how to work with like a global team and big corporation process so that we can achieve a good KPI for our clients. And then before that, I had a good 3 years running my own fashion brands. So I have a good knowledge and know-how in terms of fashion production and sourcing in Vietnam. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Raghav here. So I've been a startup guy all along. So I've done a couple of startups in the past, a couple of exits as well. So this is like my fifth startup doing together with Khan. So yeah, I mean, so fashion is something which I've been learning lately, but technology is what I love. So that's what I've been doing here at Inflow as well.
Yeah, so what we are trying to build is Inflow, is the B2B supply chain and manufacturing platform for fashion brands. So the core idea of that is like regarding a fashion e-commerce like growing very fast year by year is surprise us about fragmented supply chains in emerging markets like Vietnam, Indonesia, or Thai. So our vision is we want to streamline and digitalize the whole supply chain so that we can help our brand founder find easier and have a trusted platform when it's come to producing their fashion collection.
Yeah. And why we decide to join Iterative is purely because, like, founders building it for founders, right? So that's what, like, when we had discussion with both the partners at Iterative, we realized that there's a lot of things which we can learn. And also from the product standpoint, there are elements of machine learning which we want to integrate. That is something new for us. So we've realized both Brian and Hugh have done it in the past, and they know what not to do in terms of building the whole ecosystem. So that's something which excited us, and also Iterative providing us a one-on-one mentorship that is also going to help us in terms of growth, the whole strategic planning, and as well as the complete operational efficiency which we can bring into the company. So that's why we decided to join Iterative.
Yes, so and for us, what we want to achieve in the next 3 months is we want to get a lot of like knowledge and know-how so that we can launch our next release, which is focused in like marketplace version for our platform. And the secondly is to triple our revenue, lock in a few key accounts so that we can in a very good position for grow and finding the product market fit. So that is our main goal. And for me, one of the toughest things when become a founder is actually there's many first things that I experienced during the time I run Inflow, and it's a very good experience for me as well. Like at first, it's always a surprise, but then quickly adapt and learn and how to not just like learn for myself, but how to inspire the rest of the team and training the rest of the team to follow this like exciting startup culture and very hustle environment as well.
Yeah, so for me, what I've realized is even though you've done it in the past, it's all a new start again. There are a lot of like learnings, right? So being starting off with something which I've not known in the past, so that is kind of a challenge. Understanding the whole fashion industry and how much tech can change the whole industry is something which I've been saying as well. And then doing things at scale, even though you've done it again, it's all a new start. So that's something which I've saying, and wearing different hats. It's always a challenge. Yeah.
I think it's like for me, I always want to start my own startup. It's kind of like something keep calling me for a long time. In the past, I did try to do like even like start my own brand, and then I had one of my first startup, and then it didn't work out. But then it's always inside me that I want to build a startup. So I think for me, it's a natural call, and it's like yeah, it's just come very naturally that I want to become a founder. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, joining Inflow is like, different ride, right? So I actually had a different startup 10 months back, and then I was trying to work out that. And then being an Indian here in Vietnam, you interact with a lot of people from fashion industry, because most of the mid-layer management here are run by Indians. So a lot of them, like, we interact based on the community basis, right? So then I realized how much of a challenge all these factories go through. Like, they used to always ask me, like, can you put our factory on cloud and automate things for us? Can you, like, build a lean supply chain so that we can service our clients better and all of it? I used to feed that know-how to Khan, and Khan was like, if you have so much understanding, why don't you join me and then help me do it together? So that's when I said yes. So yeah, that was like more of a turning point for me to join Inflow.
I think it's about like how one of the thing is I find it's difficult and still like learning is building a good and strong culture for the company. Because startup we have a lot of advantage, but at the same time we have disadvantage as well. So how we can inspire the rest of the team to follow us from the early day, and then together grow this is one of the tough things, but it's at the same time it's very enjoyable thing to do for me.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I think on a personal level, first of all, understanding the whole fashion industry is like, something which I'm actually from last 1.5 years. That's where, like, I'm spending most of my time understanding the whole industry, where and all, like, the challenges are. That actually translate to a lot of problems, but again, like, having not, I mean, basically not losing the vision of the company and still, like, being able to build the tech which is going to solve the real problems. Is something which is like, is a challenge which I would say, like, which I've been going through, and it's actually exciting as well at the same time to go through that process.